So I'm sitting outside Harry's barn here, just talked to Cindy about the horse, about Patrick, who's getting ready to race tomorrow, how the babies were today with Debbie. Harry's over at the track right now going with the horse, training a horse in the rain. And I get a call from the race office. We have a problem now. We have horses tripping over themselves. We're going to have 6 to 8 horses in on Monday, and that's over 3 or 4 classes. Oh, we have 3 in one class. We have to move one. I said, here, I need to make it as clear as I can. I'm not going to continue now. I'll allow the White Tiger Locatelli thing. And I know there's a lot of people out there, not a lot, a few people out there saying, well, why don't we move? What? Just so I'm clear, the reason White Tiger isn't going anywhere is because he doesn't get around at 5/8 very good. I know people say, well, he raced at the Meadows. Yeah, he raced in the Meadows with trotting hobbles on against horses that he would beat right now. White Tiger is the best form of himself. Unfortunately for us, so is Locatelli. And they're both at that level. Now, I could entertain the idea of sending White Tiger to the Meadowlands, although that would leave me with an angry wife. She'd get over it, I'm sure. It's a great problem to have that we have 2 horses. In a perfect world, if Locatelli gets beat the other night, I say, oh, send Locatelli to the Meadows. Send Locatelli to wherever, Dover. Anywhere, for that matter. But he's good right now, and he's getting better. So I'm going to let... The argument is still valid from your point and from my point. The argument for Locatelli and White Tiger is a very valid one. I can make points for it, and points can be made against it. All are valid. But for right now, we're going to stay the course with these 2 horses. For now. Only now. Now, when it comes to the other horses, I'm not staying any course. So Sailor is going to end up racing against Renegade Gypsy. Unfair to Sailor, and depending on who else is in that class, maybe unfair to Gypsy. That's not going to continue. Now, the problem is fair with the 3-year-olds. Red Overbach, Resolute Bay, and Renegade Gypsy all fit the same types of classes. Now, I almost put Red Overbach in for a 50,000 claimer, which put him in with How the Hell. So we have a problem there also. I don't want to sell these horses just yet because I think there's still lots of racing ahead for Red Overbach, for Resolute Bay, for How the Hell, for Renegade Gypsy. These are horses now, I'm happy to say, I don't want to sell. They do look like they're going to turn the corner. Renegade Gypsy is the only one of the 3, to be fair, that has proven he can at this point. I believe Red Overbach will mature, grow up, fill out, and race well. I don't think he needs a rest yet. Resolute Bay is sharp as a tack again, coming in at 5 in a row. You guys see the problem I have now is there's so many paths. I could easily just say, oh, we'll sell Resolute Bay. He's going to bring 90, 100,000 US. But I don't want to sell Resolute Bay. I think he's going to be a nice 4-year-old. Renegade Gypsy, as I said, is the only one that's proven he can. He can do what I didn't think he could do 2 months ago. I didn't think he'd be able to step into aged company and do well. Prove me wrong. He's the only one that's proved anybody wrong just so far. Or prove that he can, I should say. Resolute Bay and Red Overbach still got to prove it. Now, Resolute Bay has not raced in open company yet, and Red Overbach the other night was unfair. Got away 7th, last quarter 27-1. Not really his style. Either way, this will not continue. There will not be Sailor racing against Renegade Gypsy. There will not be Red Overbach racing against Resolute Bay. I will tolerate White Tiger and Locatelli for now, but there has to be some give and take. So this week will be a pivotal week and a pivoting week. We will be pivoting from 2 horses racing against each other to 1. So this is likely the week you're going to see Sailor move to Scioto potentially, or Dayton. I see they were looking for entries yesterday at Dayton. So that's been a while since Southern Ohio was looking for entries, but now with all the stake horses being put away, maybe there is a little give. So Sailor will probably end up going to Dayton. I have my eye on, potentially we'll see how Yes comes back. Jason said he trained good the other day. He's got a couple of classes at Northfield. Hopefully we can use his preps. I could foresee him going to Dover. at some point, I'm sure Gypsy, Red Overbach, and the Little Red Guy are going to need a rest, but not now, not right now. How the Hell, I think, is safe for now. And quite frankly, I like the position. I love the fact that they put a 50,000 claimer on the non-winners of 3. That's how LD's Patrick got in there. And if they're going to race it and fill it twice a week, fantastic. We can put How the Hell in for 50. And people might say, whoa, we paid 40-some thousand for him US. He's made some back. Plus, he has allowance because he's a 3-year-old. You have to pay 75,000 Canadian to get How the Hell out of our hands. And I think if he can do in the non-winners of 3, which I believe he can, great spot for him. And even a Red Overbach, that's kind of what he's worth right now. I don't think he's kind of worth as much as Resolute Bay coming in his form, or Renegade Gypsy and the way he's been racing. So a lot of questions answered. This is also the time of year. These are the toughest questions. Do we need to move some of these horses? By move, do I mean move jurisdictions? Or by move, do I mean, do we sell these horses? Because we could take the proceeds from a sale of one of those horses we just talked about and put it towards horses that are going to get in every single week here. We have maidens that are coming up, coming back, going to be ready. We have non-winners of 2. How the Hell, and a number of those horses fit now in that non-winners of 3 category. There isn't really a whole lot of reason to move them into the non-winners of 4. So that opens up. Be nice if they put a 60 claimer on the non-winners of 4. So a lot going on right now at the barn. It's not easy. It's not like, and I wrote about this. I'm writing about this. I'll continue to write about it. There's no way for me to predict what classes right now until they're racing. Until I pick up the program and say, oh, there was 10 horses in that race this week. Must mean it's going to go every week. Until I can do that, I can't purchase horses anticipating where they'll race at Mohawk. Now, the good news is we can race anywhere. We race everywhere. So that's not a problem. I had this discussion with you and Mark about Good As Him. Do we have a horse that fits better than Good As Him in Saratoga area? I don't think so. I don't think we do, but anyway, that's what we're left dealing with. I can tell you're going to pick up the Monday sheet. You're going to look in your computer or your phone, the same as I am, and you're going to see Red Overbach racing against Resolute Bay. You're going to see Renegade Gypsy racing against Sailor. You're going to see White Tiger against Locatelli. You're going to see How the Hell Indigo, and there's an 8th horse. He said there was 8. I don't know who it is. Anyway, we're going to have 7 or 8 horses racing on Monday. Unfortunately, some of them are going to race against one another, and that needs to end. So I'll nip that in the bud this week. Now that I see it coming, I can make some decisive moves, some decisions that need to be made in regards to a number of these horses moving forward. But that's where we're at. I want to give you guys an update on what is taking place here in Ontario. Just the way it is, the way the races are, the classes are settling out. Hey, the good news is we got a lot of good horses that fit a lot of classes. Now we need to find other places for a couple of them. Not that hard to do. So with that, I'll let you guys go. I'll talk to you all very soon. The rain continues to come down here in Ontario, but it's not horrible. As you can see, I'm not going to make it to Ohio today. I've changed my week from qualifying and racing in the mud today in Ohio and going. I wouldn't have been able to go with the babies in the rain. I wouldn't have gone with the babies in the rain to Thursday racing at Mohawk. Friday morning being at Northfield Park to go with the babies. When I'm done with the babies, get a quick shower, go to Indiana, 5 hours away, race Sweet on Pete and Purple Ore. They're not racing for a lot of money, but they are on the sale on Monday, and I don't want to see breaks or mistakes made. I would love to see a big mile from Sweet on Pete. We'll see how that plays out. I'll go back Saturday morning. I'll go with the babies in Northfield Park and then head home for some festivities at the Breeders' Crown Saturday night. So a lot going on. This week, a lot happening, but I think we got a pretty good handle on it. Good luck to everybody this week racing, especially Spitfire Overseas, and everybody attributed to him. He looked great this morning, I'm told, from James and Danny. So, that is it. I'll talk to you all very soon. Take care.